Hi guys, and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about going to a dentist when you have a connective tissue disorder or POTS, because this is something that I've been dealing with, and there's so many things I didn't know and I think you should know when you're going to the dentist with these conditions, because there's a lot of things you should do to make symptoms better and things to help your experience. So to discuss that today, because I just recently, about 3 days ago, went and got some fillings done, which sucked, and I was hesitant to go because the last time I got a filling it didn't go well, so I was reluctant. These issues stemmed from having a connective tissue disorder, and when you have a connective tissue disorder, your actual connective tissue, so your fascia, is actually not stacked the same way that someone with healthy connective tissue is. Like, it's a little looser, it's more fragile, so it acts differently than just the regular person's normal connective tissue. And connective tissue is everywhere, all over your body, right? So that's why a lot of people end up having chronic pain everywhere and a lot of different issues, a lot of different ailments that go with having connective tissue disorder. But to my issue at hand, so I never used to have issues going to the dentist when I was younger. I had health issues, but they progressively have gotten worse as I got older, and I only got diagnosed with some of these things like not that long ago, so I didn't know what to look into. But a couple years back, I ended up getting a filling done and my mouth didn't freeze, and I had not experienced this before. I've always had trouble with medications or getting put under, which now I know is from the connective tissue disorder. But yeah, this time I didn't freeze, and I experienced the drilling, and I went through most of the procedure just feeling it until finally the dentist realized I was flinching a lot and asked what was going on, and I said, oh, I can feel everything. So they tried to refreeze me. It just still didn't go well. And then I had an issue with an infection, but that's a whole another story. When I went to the dentist this time, I ended up with a new dentist. I'm living somewhere else. So I was like, okay, I have to make sure to tell the dentist I have a connective tissue disorder, which you definitely should do if you're going to a dentist or any medical professional. Let them know your conditions. I let him know I had a connective tissue disorder because now I'm definitely afraid that I'm not going to freeze. Dentists can do to help with this, because a lot of times they use lidocaine, and lidocaine doesn't work as good for people with connective tissue disorders. It wears off pretty fast, and with the connective tissue disorder, when you put these medications in, it absorbs differently than it would for a regular person. It disperses faster, and it just sometimes doesn't get directed towards the nerve the way it should get directed. So you can ask for different medications that last a bit longer, a little stronger. So you can definitely talk to your dentist about that. But you can ask for like a plate bite bar or something. I'll put it up here what the actual name is, to help keep your jaw open. I didn't think to do this because, like I said, I'm still learning. So I got home and then found out a bunch of stuff. So you can use this so that your jaw doesn't get overextended and sore like mine did, because then you end up with TMJ pain and it's stiff and tight because you've overextended your jaw. And because of tissue disorder, it's much easier to overstretch those areas and you end up with like little micro tears, so it's very sore and uncomfortable. Another thing you can do is usually they suggest rolling up like a towel behind your neck just to help with some of the instability in your neck, because a lot of people end up with a lot of instability in their neck, and trying to make things a little more comfortable. Thing that I had not realized was I got home and for a few days I was feeling miserable. My POTS symptoms were through the roof, so I started like researching and looking into this stuff. And I found out that some of these medications for freezing have norepinephrine in them. And if you have POTS, your norepinephrine is already through the roof. So adding more is going to make your heart race more, and it's just going to trigger your symptoms even worse. But you can ask your dentist or provider to give you one that doesn't have the norepinephrine in it, not increase your POTS symptoms. As well, before you go for your procedure, make sure you're well hydrated, get your salts, get your water, take it pretty easy so you're not exacerbating things too much. And you can often ask for a break if you need. Just make sure that your provider knows your medical conditions so you can treat it properly. I hope some of these things were helpful, because I know for me there was so much I didn't know, and I will definitely be more proactive next time, even though I thought I was being proactive this time about letting them know that I didn't freeze well and that I have a connective tissue disorder. There's a lot more that I would do next time to avoid having so much pain in my face and trying to avoid having my POTS symptoms flare up so much. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.